What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a title called Crown Gambit. I played through the first 20 minutes or so, and I found the art style to be absolutely stunning. This is one of those games that looks great from the top down. Your eyes just drink it on in, and that helps sell some of the gameplay mechanics that it was introducing along the way. In Crown Gambit, you are a member of an Arthurian sort of code of paladins that are going out to quest in the realm and destroy eldritch enemies and protect people from the evil dark gods that are lurking along the fringes of the territories. Today we're going to dive in for about 30 minutes. We're going to see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list or if it's one of those games you would rather not play for yourself. If you did want to play it, this demo is publicly available. You can look down below in the description and check that out there. On top of that, you can find a bunch of other cool Nerd Castle links. I think they're pretty cool. I think they're rad. I think they're awesome, but, you know, general public speculation has swung the other direction, so, like, you know, I'm just trying to, like, represent for the linkies that I got down there. But let's go ahead and get started and play the game, shall we? We will play the game on Soldier difficulty, and let's launch this thing.
Shh. Now, everyone. Let me tell you a story. The story of the great kingdom of Mordred and of the greatest peril in its history. A long time ago, the sovereign ruler of all gods, Azurtor, sent a gift to the mortals. The relics, mighty artifacts of occult powers. But dark is the human heart. For the countries of the realm left only fire and death in the wake of their wars as they fought over the relics. 'Twas so until the day that a woman named Vermessa unveiled the most absolute of all relics. One which could control all others. The Crown of Azurtor. With the help of the four mother houses, Vermessa unified the realm and erected its majestic capital, Mayerzon Castel. And so was founded the Kingdom of Mordred. As for the remaining relics, they were handed out to the Paladin Corps, an order of fighters sworn to the exclusive service of the Crown and of the royal family. Long after the kingdom came to be, as it appeared to have found peace and balance in all things, a covert operation would see a party of novice paladins joining forces on a most enigmatic quest. Only three they were. Rollo, a simple sailor, came to join the corps after saving Mordred's beloved princess from the clutches of the Jawsman, a terrible abomination of the seas. Eliza, the youngest of the Bloodcrest family, preferred the path of the warrior to that which was expected from a noblewoman of her rank. Hale, a servant of the gods, was the sole member chosen among the Order of Ancestrals by a relic, Starshade. All hailing from different walks of life, yet their shared destiny would go far beyond their vows. And so at last our story begins, with our three paladins charged to escort the king and his last-born son across the lands.
Holy Osdor, I shall never get used to such horrors. Sir Rollo, Sir Hale, I will let you take care of yours. We need to get rid of them as soon as possible. Understood. Let's cut their throats. Alright, so battle in this game. In this title, you have your knights that are on these various little card tile things down here. You can move them around to take tactical positions. You can push enemies around. You can knock them into walls. You can do all kinds of stuff, but for right now, it just wants us to show that we can attack. On our character's card, we can click on him, and his attack damage is up here in the top left. At the bottom, you can see his HP. Those meters are, they're not interactable, but they are actually functioning meters. As they lose armor, these will move around. And so armor is kind of like padding to your HP. Think of it like temporary HP, I guess. On your turn, you have these little stars right here. That's how many actions the character has left before their turn is over. And so we can only do one thing for right now, and we don't have any abilities yet, so we'll just smack that guy right there. On this side, I figure we'll probably advance with our big anchor knight. I do wish that I could zoom in on the grid a little bit closer, though. Oh, I just noticed that the background is a bunch of clutching hands. I never noticed that before. And then on hail, we'll smack this thing right here that'll reduce his armor a little bit, but it's not going to get us to where we want to be. We're going to get returned attacks right here. They're going to eat away at our armor a little bit. I don't know what these summoned offspring are the offspring of, but they pack a nasty bite. We won't advance fast enough. Let's show them what we're capable of, paladins. And so now they're introducing us to the game's first hook. Every character, aside from being able to move and do a default attack, can also spend their abilities on these little card abilities down here. So in the case of, for example, we've got Eliza. Eliza has charge and sweep, an AoE, and also a gap closer. Over on this side with Rollo, we have a shoulder charge that knocks the enemy back, and then we have an AoE ability that blows them up in cardinal directions all around us. Over here on Hail, we have Surgical Strike, which allows us to deal damage and lowers the enemy's attack capability. And then we can also throw our blade at an enemy should we desire to do so. Can I throw a blade at that guy? I cannot. So let's start from the left. We will go with a charge over here. Unfortunately, there's an enemy in the way, so we're not going to go all the way down there, but we can hit him with a sweep as well. I do like the spell effects and things that they've got going on, although the black background on the numbers doesn't look quite, it looks a little photoshopped. Like maybe if the number came out and bounced off to the side and then like wiggled for a second after you hit, I don't know. I'm not good at UI design. We'll do a shoulder charge over here. So there's our shoulder charge, and if he moves to get the AoE, unfortunately, he will lose out on his turn. So we'll move him over here to flank that guy and just buy Hail a little bit of breathing room while he deals with this enemy. We will go Surgical Strike right there for the big damage. I love that mace graphic right there, how the abilities actually look like what they're doing when they deploy. It's kind of nice. And then he's got 2 more attacks? Man, my guy has all kinds of abilities he can use. Throw your blade at him. Oh, nice. It did like the entire row? I didn't expect that. And then we'll smack him a little bit further. We've been bitten yet again. Another bite going off from right there. And unfortunately, there are more worms for us to deal with. Kiltor, what is that thing? Careful, it's attacking. Rollo! Eliza! Cursed abomination, I will destroy you. No, it wasn't enough. Rollo, Eliza, forgive me. Ah! A nightmare. Again. I might have overused my relic in the past few weeks. Dawn is breaking. I should get ready. Sir Hale, are you ready? Join us down here. We'll get back on the road shortly. I'll be there this instant. Is the outside clear? Mm-hmm. Seems there's nobody. The kid wasn't ready to leave yet. We'll wait for him a bit. Rollo, were you not a fisherman before? Do you know anything about our destination? Orper? I've heard of it, but I've never been there. They say it's a small fishing village. They get by, I heard. I wonder, what could the royal family have to do there? I'm curious to know, too. Why were we chosen to escort them, even though we're novices? I'm as curious as you are, Sir Hale. We could ask Sir Alphonse when they... It had been so long since I last slept on straw. We shall provide you with better bedding in Orper, my lord. Lower thy voice, paladin. By no means shall anyone in this inn know about our mission. Well, I mean, like, You've got 4 people in the peak of military armor design. Like, look at what she's wearing right now, man. Look at what the rest of us are wearing. We've all got, like, the full gorget and everything equipped. Like, we kind of stand out from the crowd in these little provincial villages already. Do not concern yourself with my comfort. I shall make do with what we have the coming nights. I will go and fetch the prince. Be ready to leave. Alphonse? Why are those here with us? Your father tasked me with finding reliable and discreet paladins to accompany him to Orper, your majesty, which is exactly why we're all walking around in shining plate mail in front of all the villagers. In full regalia. Our 3 new recruits were exactly the paladins that we required for the quest. But you're the strongest of them all. Why would you need them? Worry not, little prince. We shall protect you. Do not call me little prince. Quiet. Soon I'll celebrate my 8th spring. I'll finally be allowed to bear my own sword, and my father will never need guardians like you again. Oh, we've got like little options here. We can point out his rude demeanor, or we can let the king intervene. As servants, it doesn't really seem like our place. Members of the royal family must show great deference to our devoted members of the Paladin Corps. Your mentor should reassert the very fundamentals of decorum. You truly disappoint me, child. I allowed you to accompany me on this journey, but I shall not stand for puerility. Wait, there's someone. You, get out of here. I heard nothing, I swear. I ain't been dropping no Eve, sir. I won't tell anyone the royal family's here. What did you just say? I won't tell anybody about the king's presence in the inn? My apologies, my lord. That commodore could spread the news of our presence here. We cannot risk anything, not on a mission of such importance. I concur. Take him away and do what needs to be done, Paladin. The idea is unpleasant, but our quest cannot be undone. So many lives are at stake. Very well, sire. Hey, what are you... Now we can go. You struck him down? Okay, I didn't expect that. I didn't think we were gonna, like, cleave a farmer in half. Yeah, this doesn't, like, I play paladins. I'm a very lawful, good person in real life. I take pride in kind of being honorable and generally honoring my word and doing the right thing. And I feel like I gotta step in on this one. You killed an innocent. I did what was necessary, novice. Nothing to cry about. Let's leave. Okay, so we've got the trail. An encounter. We can ignore it or we can talk to them. Good day, my lords. Looking an awful lot tired. Indeed, it's been a long day. Why don't you stop and rest a little? Got some fresh plonk, not too foul at that. Are you offering us a drink just like that? I'm a generous soul. I'll always share a drink. Don't you want a taste? We're on duty right now. I don't think that we should. We're in a hurry and we can't rest. Unfortunate. Generous souls are rare in times. Okay, but what if it was a poison and they're trying to get rid of us because they have an ambush and they know their ambush can't defeat the paladins, so like they're eliminating the paladins via just this ruse, you know what I mean, so that then our ward will be unaccompanied. We cannot trust anyone, paladin. Another encounter. Friends, some travelers set up camp on the roadside. I wonder why they haul so much stuff. Let's greet them. Hail, wait! Good day to you, brave travelers. We hope Elderzet favors your journey. Where are you headed? What's that one want from us? Come on, he's being polite. He does not deserve your animosity. We're simply leaving Marzon Castel to reach the lands of Mother House Amaster. The capital's become dangerous lately. The watch takes bribes like no other, and we seek safety, my son and I. I see. Well, may Azitmat be with you in these woods then, wayfarers. Farewell. Safe trip to you too. You see nothing to worry about. You are not yet grasping the amount of risk you take, sir. After a short journey, our heroes arrive in Glaurec's forest. Sir Alphonse, you said we were obviously the most qualified for this quest, but there's nothing obvious about choosing the 3 youngest and most inexperienced paladins to escort the king outside the capital. Hard to deceive, aren't you, Lady Bloodcrest? I am a lady no more, sir, but a paladin. Forgive me. About your inquiry, you are a very rare sight among the Paladin Corps, individuals not marred in court intrigues and political schemes. You might be the only people I can trust to keep our journey a secret. I see. Was I right to believe so? We shall honor the trust that you've put in us. Hey, little one. My prince, thy dad, your father was a bit rough. Fathers can be like that sometimes. That's how they care about us. I would prefer if he cared another way then. Look here. It seems the brigands have been hanged. Indeed, I shall tell our majesty. The young prince is a bit young to see such a horrid thing. There's a bill stuck next to it. I'll look at what it says. For endangering the lives of a noble envoy of House Maester, the votary accompanying him, these brigands have been hung high. I guess we'll condemn their boldness. Everybody can kind of weigh in on the conversation. Those knaves dare to attack the nobility now? It's unacceptable for the roads to be so unsafe. Please. Sometimes during dialogues, the affinities of your paladins towards the three great forces of Meodred will change. I see. Each paladin will have different affinities that will sometimes change their reactions when faced with certain situations. So apparently she's closer with the nobility now. Oh, please, Sir Eliza, why don't you have a quick word with the king? He's right behind you. How funny, sir. Hey, you there! Halt, who goes there? Goberto Noaned de Pimpronel at your service. What is it that you want? You are paladins, are you not? How fortunate it must be, for you see, I would very much like to join the Corps, and... Wait, something's coming. Huh? Rabid dogs, save yourselves! Where is this Pimpronel? This is nothing but a bunch of small fries. Take care of the brigands while I protect his majesty the prince. On guard. Okay. So on the first round, it looks like we get no abilities. Each of our paladins has an ability they can call to question, though, called Encourage, that we haven't talked about yet, where instead of taking an action, you can shout like a battle cry to one of the guys next to you that gives them a strength buff. So, what I'd like to do for now is, let's focus on this dog up here because he's got us outflanked. He doesn't attack very hard. These guys attack for 4, so I'm not too worried about it. But I want him to encourage him because his attack is very, very poor, and I would like him to be encouraged. It doesn't look like it actually affected his attack altogether that much. It gave him +1 strength, but maybe he's not attacking with his strength because he's a holy man. Maybe he's attacking using wisdom or something like that. What other menus do I have available? Oh, cool. They've each got their own like little card talent tree thing that's divided up into 3 different trees. Sick. What does this book do? Just lore-related stuff. And it looks like we also have a inventory where we can equip things like equipment. All right, we'll keep bashing away on the dogs there. The dogs are going to bark. I'm now immobilized, so I can't move. 13 damage from that hit right there. Nasty. And then it looks like he licked his wounds or something. Ooh, I'm going to bleed on me now, too. Okay. What did I pull? So we pulled a couple goodies around here. A green border means that this card is free, and we can just use it without using up any of our action points. Purple card means that it's retained. It stays in his hand no matter what. So next turn, he'll redraw whatever we haven't used, but he'll keep that. What I'd like to do is I'd like to run Whip on this guy, because that just gets rid of him, and then I'll be good to go to have him break down. Another one down! Keep your focus, sir. We're not done yet. We need to ensure that none of them endanger the king nor the prince. We have a fusion, which transfers a bleed to somebody. He's most likely the one that'll have time to bleed. Let's go with we'll go with I don't know what the weak spot. There we go. It gives us bonuses if the enemy's already bleeding. So he's now vulnerable and will take more damage so that we can fight our way out of this hole. There we go. Vulnerability's been used up on that extra bonus damage that we got out of there. It looks like it's about a 20% modifier. We now have our Hail. Hail has 4 damage. I don't know if he has anything here that'll do 5. There we go. Get him with the Poison Dagger. And then since Hail, we have Chain right there and we have Shatter. None of the enemies have armor, though, so that's not going to be that helpful. I don't know if I... Oh, he's immobilized. He can't move, so he's done for the turn. With 1 AP remaining, all I can really do is smack that guy with our anvil and chain him up. That way he now has vulnerability. And since he's stuck, does it get rid of it when I try to move? No, but a nice card animation nonetheless. Okay, let's go ahead and we will skip out, I suppose, since I can't do anything else with him. Immobilized him, licked his wounds, and then a little attack right there. Okay, we need to decide where we want people to go. We have strategic retreat right here. How's that gonna work? Just move them up to there? Alright. I was playing around with it. I was trying to... There's no other ally on the row, so it looks like it moves them from one row to the next. We've got bloodletting, but they need to be adjacent for it. We've got Seafarer's Endurance. Gain Untouchable. What does Untouchable do? Prevents the user from losing more than 10 life points per attack. Okay. We've got Bellowing, which makes the enemy shaken. They have one less action on the next turn. Yeah, get them with... I don't think they're going to survive till the next turn, but we can shake them a little bit. Shoulder Charge will knock them back. There we go. And then, now that you're in position... Oh, no, dude! He was out of AP. Bummer. We can restore 6 HP to a target. I suppose just move over here and maybe finish him off. Do we have anything that actually deals damage? I don't have anything that actually deals damage. I do have blind, though. 33% less damage. Let's go ahead and play the blind on him. Oh, it's all adjacents. My bad. I didn't realize I could friendly fire my own dudes. I learned something today. Next turn. Okay, hopefully he draws like some kind of heal or something. Oh, it looks like armor restores itself in between turns, too. Cool. Did you get any heals or anything? Didn't get any heals or anything, so let's just finish this thing. Holy Osdor, they never saw it coming, the filthy mutts. And there goes the last one. We'll say thank you for his help. Goberto Neonid, you have our thanks. Any help, however small it is welcome in our noble endeavor. He's still got the jab off a little bit there. But it is I who feels honored to give a helping hand to our brave paladins. Sir Goberto, we must make haste, and we cannot risk our covert journey by letting you spread the news around. I mean, we could bring him with us, or we can have him swear an oath. We're supposed to be the good guys, man. We're supposed to be the righteous, lawful, good warriors as we travel on through. Make him swear an oath. Sir Pimpernel, I trust you can swear to Zitalk that our crossing of the Glaurek Forest will be kept secret. Of course, I'll be as quiet as a grave. I swear upon Ziltak and Azertor. Good sir, we shall trust in your oath. You can go now. I'm not sure I get it, but I will see you next time, paladins. See you next time, paladins. Farewell. Wait, we can't... What are you doing, Sir Alphonse? He swore upon Ziltak and Azertor. How could he break such an oath? Sir Hale. The divinities shall decide his fate now, sir. We can trust him. Well, let us not lose any more time with such trivial matters. Let's move. What a goof. Truly a euphemism. Halt, let us stray from the path and set up camp. It will be safer. The king and his son are sleeping on the bedding. The night shall be calm. How quaint it is to finally lie down. The road is never ending, the air is stifling. Sir Alphonse, I noticed while we were fighting, why don't you use your relic? I prefer not to. My blades are quite enough to protect his majesty. I see, I think. Now is the time for questions, novices. We will not have such luxury tomorrow as we must depart. Why is the prince with us? It won't be so easy to carry out our quest with a kid in our hair. I have to admit it surprised me as well, but the king must have his reasons, as he does for bringing the regalia with him. The king brought the scepter with him? I didn't notice. As well as Maelstrom, the sword gifted by House Thulder. I noticed he put his hand over the scepter several times despite his secrecy. How did you become his protector? Well, Where to begin? When Nalmared, our young prince's older brother, was born, the king was ecstatic. He cared only for that child, the one that was declared the true heir of the great realm of Mordred. When Queen Medith was pregnant again, though, the king could not care less about the news nor the child. She finally decided to find him a royal tutor on the sound advice of the Order of Ancestrals. I was the one chosen for the task. My place as a mentor of the Paladin Corps made me an excellent teacher for His Majesty. The choice feels odd nowadays. I see. I guess we'll just go to sleep. Enough blabber, Paladins. You all need sound sleep. We have a lot of distance to cover tomorrow, and we shall arrive in the village of Orper by dusk. We will need to tread carefully here. The trees will not cover us any longer. I will take the first watch. Yes, sir. All right, so we completed a chapter, and it now looks like we've got some level ups to play around with. So everybody got some more HP. It looks like they got some more armor. Do I get to do anything with the level up button over here? A new skill has been unlocked, but it doesn't look like those are actually clickable right now. I'm not going to lie to you, that is one of the hardest portraits that you could possibly have in a video game. Kind of reminds me of the Red Knight from Solo Leveling, which I think was one of the dopest fights in any anime ever. That's also, I mean, all three of them are super hard portraits. If I had someone draw a portrait of me like that, I would hang it right over the mantelpiece. Like my TV is above the fireplace right now, but I would take it down and I would hang it right there so that people would walk in and be like, what is this? And I'd be like, oh, that's just me. A portrait of me being dope as a paladin as I imagine it inside my brain space. So it looks like we get to pick an ability for everybody that gets added on into their ability draw. Rolo and the target ally gain 2 draw for the next round. That's not too bad. Draw is a stat that these characters have that does exactly what it sounds like. It's how many cards they get to pull. It's also got the starter tag, which makes me think we probably start out with it in our hand. We can get Anchor Throw, deals 6 damage to a target 2 tiles away and then pulls it closer. Or we can recover armor. I'll probably go with armor recovery. That sounds like the one that I want. Let's go ahead and grab the armor recovery. Oh, it auto-swapped me. I wasn't paying attention when I was looking at the card, so when it moved us over... Okay, I thought I had more than 1 point to spend, and I was like, wait, but how come all the abilities changed? Hold up, what's going on here? We can get an attack. It seems like attacking is kind of her thing. Deal 3 damage, then move back 1 tile. Okay. Target ally gains an action point. That's not terrible, if it's not adjacent anyways. Applies 6 drain. What does drain do? Oh, it restores her health? I like that. Apparently, we go in all defensive this time around because I love life drain abilities. And then for our holy man over here, everybody gains +1 draw in the first round, and it's free to play. We've got Retribution, deals 5 damage to an adjacent target, and then puts Burnt on the target's cell. What does Burnt do? They just catch burning for every turn they stay in the tile. Or we can have gains 9 armor. Let's go for something outside the defensive tree for once, and we'll play around with it. I suppose we'll go that way. It doesn't look like we have much of a choice. On your feet, Paladins. We've got a lot of distance to cover to get to Orper. Waking up already. I couldn't sleep. I thought I heard wolves. Get up, son. The fate of our realm shall not wait. I'm not going to lie to you. The king kind of doesn't look like a good guy. I don't know, maybe it's the glowing green eyes, maybe it's the hood, but I feel like we're probably working for the bad guy right now. We can go through a stone archway, or we can go by an uprooted tree. I want the stone archway. It'll give us dope pictures for social media. There is a person here that we can talk to. Since we're supposed to be secretive, I'll probably just ignore him. Every time I talk to somebody, we have to kill him, and at this point, I'm trying to preserve human life. Talk? That one's all shadowy. Maybe I'll get a fight. Queen Vermessa, may your light guide us forevermore. Thanks, Hale. I heard this prayer many times, and still it inspires. What was that? It was close. We should check it. And there goes the last one. Those nefarious brigands dared to assail you, and they paid for it tenfold. Thank you, sir. You truly saved us. My pleasure. Farewell, my friends. I must now walk the trail again. Eliza, did we not meet that brave fellow on our way to Orper? Yes, indeed it is. We were right to let him go. Let's get moving. See? We probably would have had a fight right there if we hadn't let him go, but he took care of it for us. Since we don't get XP or anything for fighting, I'm perfectly fine with letting somebody else handle my duty. Here it is, the fishing village of Orper. The alderman's house must be close. I can see a large one further on. It must be it. Let's get moving. It's starting to rain, and I don't want to get soaked. Yes, what is it you need? Alderman, you know who we escort and why we do so. Open up. Oh, of course, come in. I just added wood to the fire. Must be drenched, what with all the rain. You have my gratitude, Master Hersard, for your warm welcome. Your Majesty, can it be? The King, His Majesty, the King in my house. Our time is limited. The sooner we can get this matter behind us, the better. Oh, yes, of course. Come, what you need is in the back room. Paladins, wait here. It shall not take long. My lord, I can't let you... That is an order, Paladin. I must insist. This is for Sir. Might I remind you of your role, your oath, to you of all Paladins? No, my lord. Good. Your Majesty, follow me. I guess we'll go to the fireplace and warm up. It's cold and rainy outside. Sir, I still can't understand why the prince is accompanying us. I must admit, me either. His Majesty has been keeping his youngest son close to him for the last few days. It's not like him. He usually lets his brother, the great Prince Carve, spoil and cater to him. It must be tough having to raise this child. It's much more arduous than mentoring paladins, if that's your question. I can only imagine, especially since he's not your son. I had a son once. How did he die? Paladin. Forgive me. I was raised in Lartsome Abbey, but never learned the ways of the world. Most of our characters seem to really want to go outside and check the surroundings, so I guess that's what we'll do. We should take a look outside and secure the house. I concur, Rollo. There is something truly odd about this hamlet. It's odd for the streets to be devoid of people, even when the hour is dark. It would be unwise to stray from the king, Paladins. I do share your concern. You need to stay here. I guess we'll follow orders. Sir Alphonse is right. It might be better for us to stay close to the king. Sir, you seem lost in your thoughts. The child. I wish he could find the love he needs with his father and mother. Such a young child needs more care from his parents. They don't realize how lucky they are. You seem to care a lot about the prince, sir. He's lucky to have you. Thank you, novice. Your words are truly... What was that? The king! Kiltor, I should not left him alone. The back room door, it's locked. Sir Rollo, break it down. What's... No! Peruz! Hollis. He got away through the window. I'll take care of the king and the prince. Hail, Eliza, through here. Lanterns! Take care of them. Careful, paladins. So we have assassinos, sicarios, killers. So we can rearrange our starting position. I am happy with our starting position because it allows us to charge in and outflank this guy, and then that leaves our tank up here to suffer the blows of these dudes until we can get to him and get this guy off of our flank. I'm cool with it. Vivacity. Does that mean they go first? What does vivacity mean? Gains an additional action in the next round. Unfortunate. I will give everyone free draw in the next round because that's just a free gimme. So we'll play the calculus of it. I will throw a poison dagger at this person. Now poisoned. For you, what do you have? Gain untouchable. What does that do? That's right. Okay, I remember now. And then we have bellowing. Let's have you move down here. Let's have you move down here. I'm just going to go with the plan. The enemy has no armor, so Shatter's not going to be that helpful. We'll just go with a default attack. Over on this side, we have Bloodletting. I think we'll probably kill this guy. Yeah, the math's adding up. Let's kill him real fast. And then we're going to draw southwards into a unified front to fight the remaining attackers, I think. Okay, looks like they're going to buff up. Oh, threw a knife at me, though. Luckily, my armor caught it. But that leaves us in a decent spot, I think. So if I wanted you to move to there... Oh, it commands everyone else to move. That still kind of works for what I was trying to do, so I don't really mind it altogether that much. They don't have bleed on them. Let's purge their poison. On this side, we'll just do the 9 damage, I guess. There we go. Oh, it pushed him back. Oh, dodge. What does dodge do? I didn't check. Moves to an empty tile and cancels your attack. Ooh, unfortunate. Okay, well, let's just soak that out then. And in the meantime, you've got chain. I'm sorry, whip. Let's go for whip. We will move up to here. And then he's at full armor, so that's not really going to help out. So we'll just skip the round, I guess. Oof. Okay, lots of abilities flying all over the place right now, and it does look like, oh my god, he's backstabbed and then teleported? The man's a god. Okay, let's look at what we've got. We do have whip. So we'll smack that guy up real fast. I'll move up. Although I guess that's kind of the same thing as just moving up there, isn't it? Let's put 6 drain on this guy. And I suppose we'll go bloodletting right there, even though we don't need the bleed. You just do a default attack on him. And then what do you have for me? Revitalizing light, illusion, intuition. I guess just attack all 3 times. That's what we've got going for us right now. By Ozdu's shadows, she flees towards the pier. Paladins on the double. A pursuit? Don't lose sight of the enemy. You must catch up with your opponents in a limited time. Inspect quickly the various locations presented by hovering over the cards to find your enemy's one. Then run in its direction by clicking on the card. Be careful, decoys are sometimes hidden under a card and can cost you precious seconds. Okay, so we're pursuing. We're pursuing. Nothing, nothing, pursuit. Nothing, nothing, pursuit. And there's our target. Kenware the Kingslayer. Dude, the art is so hard in this game, dude. Whoever the artist was for this game, they have, like, the dopest style ever. I love it. Okay, so we're fighting on a pier. They were not lying about that. Let's keep our healer in the back, and let's start this thing. We've have the assassin. Don't let her escape, Paladin. May Azertor's will be done. Okay, so with 2 abilities, we're going to move up, close the gap. Let's deplete an action. We'll move up here. I'll just use the 6 damage right there to get this thing started off. And then in the case of our healer, we'll just move him up. Oof. Jesus. Okay. Not ideal. The Ancestrals guide my blade. She ain't fooling around. We gotta give it all to take her down. So we've been introduced to a mechanic called Ancestral Grace. So apparently these cards, they have other sides to them. On the other side of the card, you're using what's called an ancestral ability, which is where you're invoking your relic or the gods or something to do something crazy. But it does something super powerful. But if you use the ancestral side of the card, it is now banished for the rest of the combat and out of the game. So just something to keep in mind. We've got whip right there. What's the opposite side right there? 19 damage and bleed? Yeah, do it. It's time to put in the ground those who stand before us. Hell yeah. I'm gonna swap positions with him with my illusion card. I'm hoping I can move them both here because they're in the same row. Good. It did work the way I wanted it to. We need to trap this guy in, basically, and just pound on him a little bit. Okay, I mean, it worked. If this guy's just going to teleport around, though, this is going to get ugly. We've got Revitalizing Light. Let's play Revitalizing Light on one of our flankers right now. If you can, throw a poison dagger at this guy. So this meter, I guess we don't want it to be high. They act crazier the higher it goes up, so they get, like, drunk with power, I guess. Let's just throw a poison on that one, because then we've got bleed and poison on there, which should give us a little bit of supplementary damage. And then, obviously, we want our extra draw for next round, so we'll play that real quick. You fall back to right here in case they AoE again. And then we'll skip. Okay, stabbed my healer, then AoE'd the rest of us. Gotcha. We're going to have to go harder in the paint. I hate to say it, but we're going to have to go harder in the paint. Let's get down here, and we've got weak spot. Let's go with weak spot. The enemy the enemy had bleed. I'll just take the 20 damage then. My wrath is about to drown you in blood. Okay. What else do I have going on here? We've got shoulder charge. Let's recover some armor. We'll remove an AP from the enemy. We've got another poison dagger. We've got intuition, and we've got shatter. Let's throw the poison dagger just to keep poison ticking. We obviously want to play intuition because that's just freebies right there. I want you to swap in, actually. Take a little bit of damage for the homie over here, and then shatter. It's not going to finish him off, but it's something. Okay. Let's pass it. Man, that jumping all over the map stuff is making this problematic. I don't get that many moves. I also didn't get anything that would have been helpful right there. I guess just move up. And what is shoulder charges craziness over here? 14 damage. What else do I have on me? We've got Illumination, Revitalizing Light her. We also have Purge, which will get rid of bleeds. Get rid of her bleed. I think we may actually have to go all out. $18 damage and the assassin's dead, but we were driven crazy by holy magic. We may have drunk too deep from the well. Ancestrals, your will is done. Why'd you kill the king? What did you get out of it? My part is done. She's dying. I don't think we'll be able to get any information out. If only we had a guy that could conjure magical healing. Why don't you just chain her to a post and then heal her? Now I can join the Anzu. The deity of death, so be it. You did not deserve a death so swift, assassin. I wonder what could make her commit such a heinous crime. I'm worrying about something else right now. The girl had a relic. How? I thought only the royal family and paladins were authorized to have those. Members of the mother houses, too, and some nobles from minor houses. You're right, however. The fact that a simple cutthroat like her was using an illegal relic is strange and worrying. All the divine relics are linked to Azertor's crown. The king must wear it to feel when a relic is used anywhere. The king left it at the palace as a precaution. We should requisition the relic and get back to the king urgently. We might still be able to do something. Sir Alphonse, what happened and how does the king fare? Apologies, paladins, but Neptos II, son of Eclosium I, king and lord protector of the great realm of Meodred, has died today. Were you able to apprehend the assassin? Yes, she died. What about the prince? With the alderman's wife, I kept them away, but his highness is inconsolable. He knows what happened. What kind of dagger is this that you're holding, sir? I do not know. His majesty had it in hand, yet I've never witnessed such a weapon. Could you show it to me? Let me in. What's happening? You're in my house. No, ma'am, you can't. Oh, Allfather, don't tell me. Waves take me, husband. Father! We're sorry. Prince, come to... What have you done? What have you done to my husband and the king, you paladin monsters? We didn't do it. You've still got the murder weapon in your hands. Divines, but there's the dagger of my husband. You stole it. This dagger's a gift, a reward for his piety. Cursed be ye. Madam, you're losing your mind. Don't start imagining things. Everyone knows what you're capable of. You serve the Anzu with too much zeal. Where's she going? Probably to get help. I don't like this. Get the regalia, the scepter and the blade. We need to flee. Unfortunately, we cannot prepare the remains of our king. We have to leave here. We need to leave the village. Understood, sir. Where are we going? Why is the lady so angry with us? Probably because of the petition of right uprising a few years ago. The core was overzealous. Our people are still scarred by the massacre. Halt, paladins! Halt. Azer, have mercy. We have to leave, citizens. Let us pass. Think you'll go about your merry way when you've stabbed the alderman? Yeah, good fellow he was, our Hursart. We should probably flee. It seems to me... Uh-oh. If our gauges are too high... Oh no, my man's going nutty right now, dude. He's losing it. Let's call them paladins, leave none alive. Dude, we're the good guys. No, dude. So there were consequences for me going power level 9,000 Super Saiyan. Not great. We're about to slaughter a bunch of villagers, but we're out of time for the day. I'll leave the rest of the demo for you to experience. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today we were checking about Crown Gambit, which I liked very much. I thought it was a lot of fun. I like the positional combat. I like the abilities. I like those extra little graphical flares that they've thrown in to make it more immersive. I like the art style. I'm digging it so far. I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in, and that's all I got for you. Bye, folks.